When you think of German engineering, you think of precision, attention to detail, sports cars even. What if I told you there's a link between German engineering and your front lawn? Introducing the Falkenstein Mower by Cylinder Mower Germany. First off, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, Derek Richardson with Richardson Roots. If you're interested in buying this mower or any mowers that he offers, he's a great resource to have because he does have a lot of options, but he's currently the only dealer in the United States who has access to the Falkenstein mower. So you may be asking yourself, why in the world would I choose a lawn mower with no motor whatsoever? There's a couple reasons. One is just the maintenance. You don't have to worry about gas, you don't have to worry about oil, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. As far as electric goes, you don't have to worry about charging batteries, you don't have to worry about storing them in the winter. This is as simple as it gets. Or quite simply, you just always have a low-hanging fruit dad joke to say,
"It ain't got no gas in it."
This is just getting back to the simplicity of reel mowing. So let's get into the details of this extremely unique mower. Outside of not having a motor or a battery to run this thing, the biggest difference is each one of these pieces before they come out of the factory are completely handmade, completely hand-checked, and all the tolerances are as tight as they can be. So not only are you getting a mower, you're actually getting a masterpiece. A piece of artwork, a one-of-one mower. So let's get into the details of this mower. So we'll go ahead and start with a rear drum. The rear drum is made of stainless steel. It is a split drum design, so if you are turning, it will help you out with that. The internals of it is completely sealed off, so it is sealed off from water, dust, or whatever you throw at it, so you won't have to worry about greasing those internals because they are sealed. So we're working our way down to the reel to bed knife contact knobs. These things will control the right and the left hand side of the bed knife. Extremely simple to turn, extremely simple when you are backlapping and you need to adjust that gap. Very easy to turn. These adjustable fins on the side right here, this does direct how far the grass actually shoots. So if you do have the front catcher on it, you can adjust if it goes to the back or the front, depending on what your preferences are. This right here is the main way that you adjust the height of cut. So when you turn it to the left, it goes lower. When you turn it right, the mower raises. Your height of cut measurement also is on this left-hand side, so you can see how high or low that you're cutting. It does go from 5 millimeters to 25 millimeters high. Now let's make our way to the reel itself. Now from the factory, you do have a couple different options on blade count, so make sure you're choosing the correct blade count for the height of cut that you want to cut at. For me, I chose the 8 blade. It's a very versatile blade count. I maintain my grass at about 0.6 inches, so the 8 blade is gonna be fantastic for that height. So that leads us to the front roller. This beautiful front roller is a groove front roller that comes standard on all machines. It is a one-piece aluminum. Each mower is checked so that there's absolutely no play in that front roller. Another feature is this chain cover. Once this chain cover comes off, it opens up the drive system, and we're gonna show it to you right now. So as you can see, this is one of the cleanest drive systems I've ever seen. Everything is super tight. All these chains are extremely tight, very well made. Like I said before, the tolerances and attention to detail, even on the smallest things, are just so extremely high. When you push it forward, you can see that the chains move together, and then when you go backwards, they stop. So when you're going rear, it is in neutral. The reel won't be spinning when you go backwards. Forwards, it does have that chain assist, so it does help you out with that forward momentum. There is an extremely cool feature that I do want to show you, but before I show you, we need to get into its maintenance position before I do. So another nice thing about not having gas or oil to worry about is you can flip this thing upside down into its maintenance position and you can work on it like this. Super nice if you're on top of a tabletop like this or even on the ground. Great to work with because it can flip upside down. They check the tolerance of every single mower before it goes out of the factory. This thing cuts paper perfectly when you get the mower. Because this is one of the only things that you have to maintain on this mower, they do send a nice package to keep your blades sharp. So they send some lapping compound, a custom brush, a 0.03 millimeter feeler gauge, and finally a handle attachment to hook onto the big gear when you do want to backlap. We'll show you that right now. So it is super cool that they do send you all this stuff to backlap it yourself. Again, this is the only thing that you're having to maintain on this mower. So the idea behind it is you take this .03 feeler gauge, you put it into the reel to bed knife, you make sure that the tolerances are perfectly aligned on each side. Then you can take your lapping compound and your brush, dip it in there, and when you lap, you go backwards, and you can lap your mower right here. No specialty tools needed, they send you everything that you need. Having all those accessories and even thinking of this handle right here just goes back to the intentionality and the details that they throw into this machine. Nothing has been missed, they comb over every single detail for you. Another detail that I do want to point out is each of the rollers have brushes on them to ensure that you don't have anything stuck on them. But again, attention to detail is super high. So now that we've gone through some of the features of this mower, let's go ahead and take this for a test drive. And this mower does come with a front grass catcher, and just like everything on this mower, it is super well designed and everything has a purpose. The front of this mower does have where it clips in, does have rubber dampeners, so just in case you were to hit anything with the front of this while you're mowing with it, it's not going to break any of the plastic. Everything is made of aluminum, so there's no rusting, and there's actually a really nice lip up here that prevents any grass from going over top of it. So just like everything, super well designed. The rear roller, the reel, and the front roller are all 15.5 inches wide. One thing to note about these handlebars is they are very much so adjustable. Outside of the maintenance position that we saw earlier, they also have different mowing positions. So it can go lower or higher, just depending on comfort level. So you might be wondering, is this the perfect mower for me? There's a couple ways that you would choose whether it is or it isn't the correct mower for you. One big decision is steepness of your lawn. If you have an extremely level lawn, 0 hills, it is extremely flat, this might be a great mower option for you. If you have a lot of hills, this may not be a good option for you because, again, there is no motor on it to help you go up it. Another factor is time. If you don't have a lot of time to mow, this may not be a great option for you. With no motor on it, there's not going to be anything to assist you to get through thicker grass. And lastly, it's just pretty cool to have a one-of-a-kind handmade piece that's very limited in the United States. Something cool you can brag to your friends about, but it is very much so handmade, very limited, and just a cool piece to own. So in conclusion, if you're looking for a super unique, one-of-a-kind, handmade, beautiful mower, this mower is for you. Also, if you got a super flat lawn, something that's pretty small, and you don't mind a little workout a couple times a week, it's also a great mower. Again, check out in the description where to buy it, but if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks guys, we'll talk to you soon.